Welcome back, folks. This is lesson 82, and I thought we'd have another change today. And I was flicking back through my sketchbook and that, and I found one I'd like to paint and share with you. The colours today are the raw sienna, ultramarine and burnt umber mixed together, and a weak mix of alizarin crimson. So we've done that so many times, but that's the colours we want. So focus on that. I'm going to move it now, and then we'll get on to what we're doing. This is a sketch I did on my way to Provence, and it was in a place called on the hills. It's a farmhouse above Murs, I think they call it, M-U-R-S, Murs. I don't know how they pronounce it in France, but that's what it says. And I was on my way to Provence, and it was just gone past Orange, and it's gorgeous, absolutely lovely countryside. And I stopped for a cup of tea here in a flask we got. I sat on this bank here, and I thought, wow, that's a nice sight. I'll just quickly sketch that out, and that was 30th of May 20. So that's a while ago, isn't it? That's 21 years ago. Anyway, it's still a valid painting. So this is the one we're going to do. That's the one that comes out of his sketchbook. I'll put that back because I'm saving it, and I sketch that from it. So it's similar. So that's my sketch. So all we've got to do now is paint it, isn't it? So I thought what we'd do is do it. Sort of keep it just a light kind of sky. There's some hills in the background. Put them in gently, and then the focus is on the farmhouse, and of course, and they're growing grapes here, so I put some grapes in, and a bit of trees around. There's a village in the distance there, and a big tree here. So we'll see what happens. Anything can happen, folks. You know that. So I think I'll get a number 10. I think, yeah, number 10 should be big enough. And the sky, it's not much sky today, folks. It's just, I'll just do a little bit wet on there. I'm putting a bit of sunshine in it, because the sunshine is coming from, look at that sketch, it's coming from the left. So we'll have sunshine from the left then, today. Can you remember that? I hope so. And then we'll have some blue sky in. This is French ultramarine. So that's number 10 on the size paper. It covers quite a lot of area, so it's not bad at all. I'll leave a touch of put a touch of pink in the bottom of that sky there. I like a touch of this pink, you know, it's lovely. The light is coming from the, let's see now, it's coming from the left, isn't it? I remember, yeah. So any cloud formation, the shadows and that is going to be on the right, isn't it? Because the light's on the left, so we get sort of this kind of shadow thing on any cloud formations you've got in the sky. So this is the ultramarine and burnt umber mixed together, which will give you a nice dark. But I don't want a fussy sky. It's just I said that there's that much going up in the foreground. We don't want to get busy. And just pop in some of these hills. It's like an undercoat, this, so we can twiddle with it later. around the farm. The hills. Now this one in the background there, I think I'll put a tinge of blue in there, so we can that'll push it further back, won't it? Like this. Just add a touch of blue into that ultramarine, and it's pushed that behind it. And there's one behind that which is even more in the distance there. That's just blue on its own. I'm going for, because there's a big tree here, so I don't need to go like that. Right, so if the light is coming from the left, some of these shadows and that will be on the right hand side of these hills, won't they? While it's still wet, I put some of that burnt umber and ultramarine mixed together into it, and let's get a bit of shape onto these hillsides. Same on this one we're in shade this side. I'm just spotting it a bit, so I don't want to be too. There's not much interest at the back there. It's there, but it's not there, if you like. I want to get that. In fact, when it's dry, I might do this bit a bit lighter because it's nearer to us. But we'll see how we go with that bit anyway, and we can put some of that dark stuff on the side of that hillside there, and some on that one there. That should just tidy it up for us. Right, before I go any further, I don't know, I'll do these fields first. Let's get some fields in. I'm working my way forward, folks. So I start at the sky, then the hills. Now we're going to do what's in the distance, and then work our way forward. So I want a little bit of green in this. It's a smaller brush for this. A bit of green in this bit here, like here. This bit, and that bit there. I'll make that a bit stronger. I'll use some cadmium yellow here. Cadmium yellow with the French Ultra. See what we get. It should give us a bit of a green. That's too blue, that. Look at that. No, I don't like that. That's. I'm going to put a bit of cadmium in there to get the glow back into it. Just test paper on the top. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah. So this is in the background here. This is. I'll put it through there, then we'll sort it out with the tree in the later. This is the view which comes down. There's a tree here, as I said. I'm not bothered about what's behind there. I'll put a touch more of that dark down here, which will bring it down to the, close that down there. I'm dipping. I've got so many pots. I better show you because I've got pots of paint here. That's my ultramarine and burnt umber. That's my French ultra. That's my alizarin crimson. That's my raw sienna, and that's where I'm mixing the greens in here. So you're not missing anything. I'm just right. So I'll use a bit of this stuff here to sculpture these hills just slightly more. Taking that one down there. It was a bit of a lump and I preferred it that way. It's behind the cottages there. And this was still wet, that, so I better leave it for a bit. So we've got the grass in there. There'll be some grass in here, which I'll put in as well before I start and dry it. I'm using old cadmium yellow and some Winsor Blue red shade for this because it's closer to us, and it's a richer green. Let's see what we get. In fact, what I might do is this is the like a vineyard in the front of here, so I'll put a flat coat on there so we can stop messing about in there and we know where we're going. Green on the side here, on the side of the road. Right, next thing to do, I think I'll put this green in the foreground here as well. I'm not touching the farmhouse yet. Before that, I think what I'll do, I'll stick to the greens for a bit. And this piece here, of course, is closer than ever. It's on top of it. That's where I'm sat. So let's make this a bit. It's about a bit of a hillside. There's the tree. I say I haven't done that yet. And that's got to be warmer because it's closer to us. So I'll make it a bit warmer than that as I'm going along. The light's from the left, isn't it? That'll do for now. I'll do some twiddling later on that. Right, this path, that's the next job. This is, I'm going to use raw sienna on this for our path. We'll slip that path in. Still that number 10 brush this. Now there won't be a lot of recession on this because the path is nearly close to us all the way along, but there might be just a touch at this side here to bring it slightly towards us. And I'll put some bit of brown in there. Take it down the lane a bit. And a touch of French ultramarine and the burnt umber mixed together, just give us a touch of that in as well. Right, I can work on that now. Now, in number 6 brush, a bit smaller, because we're doing a bit of twiddle now. Let's get on with the twiddle. Now in the distance, there's some distant trees there, so we'll pop them in. These are sort of along this back of the farmhouse, if you like. That must be their boundary or something, this. Dark on that side, because the light's from the left, isn't it? A bit dark down here. Show it's catching the light. Right, there's another patch of this, not fencing, this sort of hedgerow stuff. You know what they say in France? Good fences make good neighbours. How's that? It does in England as well. We've got some lovely neighbours. So that's getting a bit of dark underneath. I'm just flicking to that dark, bit more bluey green I've got just here. Just picking it out. Oh, look, I'm putting a tree there, and I'm putting a tree here. There's some like bushes here. I'll put these bushes. Where's my sketch? Well, look at my sketch. Yes, if we look at this, it's got we've got some bushes along the front of this, some bushes down here, tree there, these conifers there, and a bit of grass on this foreground, and a bit bush there. So I'll tackle some of these first. So let's see where we go on that. Nice green on there. This is cadmium yellow I'm using, with a touch of French, not Windsor blue red shade. Put it dark in that underside there. This has got more Windsor blue in it, just to take the underside and take it down. I want that dark against that side of that white farmhouse as well. Better when you got a light against a dark and a dark against a light. It stands out more. So that stood out that farmhouse a little bit more. This twiddly rough stuff is coming down here. I said I don't want to put robins and things like that. It's just distant stuff. I think, yeah, I'm looking at that. There's another one, just a slight hedge in front of that one there as well, where this one comes in. It hasn't shown much of that back field because you can't see much of it. But not to worry, that'll do us fine. I'll put a bit more dark into that base of it here. and that's got a bit more separation. You're looking over that into that one. That one's in the distance. This is all right here. There's some shrubbery in front of this house. Before that, I'll put this tree in at this side. We're talking greens, aren't we? We need to get some paint in here. We'll have a nice green tree here. This is cadmium yellow with a touch of Windsor blue red shade. Now watch that, because it's very strong staining, that blue. It'll spoil the green. So test it on a piece of paper before you go anywhere near it. Right. So we're going to have a nice tree, here. There's another one down there as well, and this one. So I'll do that second one first. There's a little one here. We'll do that a bit weaker than the main tree, because so it'll separate it. So this is the tree down here. Lots of greens on this, folks. So it's an interesting colour green. You've got to be careful with it. You can be tempted to pick out a green out of your palette and stick to that, because it's easier than mixing some more. But don't do that, because everything will look with just the same green, and it spoils it. So we're going to get some darks in the bottom of that. And our big tree, we'll have to start the big tree now. A nice big tree, and this is quite a big one. I'm using the side of the brush on this. I've paid for it, so I'm not just using the point. I'll get my money's worth, if you like. Coming out over that one and down to the floor. Of course, the light's coming in from the left, isn't it? So I want to darken this a bit. Let's put some darks in the back of this. I'm using where I've got that ultramarine and burnt umber mixed together. That'll give me some dark down at the bottom here. You might just see that bit of branch through there, so I better put a bit of branch stuff in, shall I? Just to I said not a lot, it's just you can perhaps just see some jutting through the greenery here. But don't get bogged down with it. That'll do. Right, let's block that side in. And we've one here on this side as well. I'll show you again this one here. So we'll put that one in. And that's it's quite close to it, so it's going to be good, strong in tone, isn't it? So we're using the same colours again, the cadmium yellow, which is a lovely colour for nice greens, and the Windsor blue red shade, a little bit. Let's see what we've got here. This is more, it's a bit more open, this one. Well, see what happens anyway. And I'm going to paint it upwards like this. There we are. Let's do a dark through there, and I can put some darks on the shadow side now. Let's darken it where it's shadowy. I don't know if you hear it on the recording, but it's absolutely it's raining. I never said that, something I shouldn't have done, but it's raining hard. And this lovely shed of mine, it's my studio actually, it's a shed. It's nicely, because it's insulated top and bottom, and it's double glazed, so it's a posh shed, and it works like a charm. I spend hours in here. But going through the sketchbook, and it's lovely when you pick up, you flick through and find, oh, I like that, and you'll think, when I sketched it, I meant to paint it someday. Well, today's the day, and I've got some more like that, which I'm going to introduce as well. Just put a bit of woodwork in this. In different parts of France, I've been lucky. I've been all over teaching in Provence and the Dordogne and the Loire Valley. They're all absolutely stunning places. It's just, you know, I keep scratching myself thinking I've dreamt it all, but I haven't. I've had the good fortune to do it. And all because I can talk a little bit. I can't shut up. So that's our little tree there. That's our big one here. And now, I'll do these roofs on this, because it's pan tile, which is nice. And the pan tile roof is I'm going to put on as burnt sienna. That makes a lovely pan tile colour. That. Let me just test it out, make sure I'm right. Yeah, that's the colour I want. So I'm not putting me under anything wet. There's this pan tile slates and roofs on. You find this a lot in Provence. It's absolutely gorgeous. People ask me where's my favourite place in the world, and it's actually Cromer, where I live. But if I had to move, I think it would be Provence. Yeah, Provence or Tuscany in Italy. That's a lovely place. It's just these places. I'm lucky because I've been there, and it's magical. So I've missed that bit because there's a conifer there. Now I get a number 6 brush because I want to put some on that big roof there. So they're donkey's years old, these farms. And when you're driving through these places and that, this is, I say, Murs or whatever they call it. I don't know how they pronounce it, but it's so old and it's so beautiful. You get carried away, and you can't just sit and drink your coffee or something. I have to sketch it or something just to say I remember it, and I always remember a place better when I sketched it, because it's because it locks into your head. I don't know why. That little roof in the background there. try and put some windows in this thing now. This is the French Ultra and the burnt umber mixed together to give me a nice dark. There's another window here. Put a window in this one. And down here, ooh, I might just be able to suggest a window in this one here. They are tiny, but you might see it. There's a door in that. There's a couple of doors in there, but put them. I'll put them a bit colourful. What shall we put in? I don't think they'd like a red door. They're not like that. I want to darken that top roof because it's too new. Too pretty. That's better. It looks a bit lived in now, doesn't it? Better put that. So that chimney pot in there. Right. There's some. Get these doors in. I'm tempted for a red door, you know, because I like a red door. Yeah, I'm sure they won't like it, but I do. I love a bit of light in this. Draw the eye into the picture. It does. Red. One down here. Something measurable. I need a small brush for that. It's a measurable door. That'll do. Right, we've got the bits and pieces in. That will, because the light's from the left, you'll get a dark just here. I'll put that dark in. Get it dark just there and along the top. It sets the door into the actual brickwork, that or into the house. I see he's done that. I've done much sketch over it. Right, now these I'll put these shrubs in next. That's the next job. All on the front of the house. I'll show you the sketch again. There, they're all along there. So we'll start and put some of them in. Some greens, but I'll put some dark ones in as well. What colours that is? So a really dark section, shall we? The one just comes in front of that, just there. This brush is a bit big for that. I'll get rid of it. Use this one. It comes down there. And there's also some along this one here as well, so we've got to just some stuff along there. And it just misses the door and comes down here like this. It separates the farm from the field. I've taken that into the distance there so that it gives you another layer. We're going to try one or two highlights on it on the sunshine, the sun side. The sun side, of course, is on the left, isn't it? I don't want to do too much because it gets fiddly then. Right, now all these conifers, I'll get these conifers in next. We've got these vines to do first, that'll take a while. But these conifers go in now. Now these are a rich dark green, aren't they? Lovely. There's hardly any water with this, it's just paint. We'll start with this one because I'm right-handed. I'm going to come work my way this way. There's another one here. A bit taller than that one. And there's one in front of the farmhouse here. And of course, what you can do if you like is on the right hand side, the left hand side, the sun's coming from the left, see, so you could get a touch of light on this side of these, this side. Just a touch. Take the flatness off them. Right, let's try and tackle these vines, grapevines. I think they're great. I think they're great anyway. They look like grapes. What can I use to do this with? It's quick. Give me some of this quick. That should do it. Well, all the perspective in that is leading the eye to the farmhouse, isn't it? Right, let's get the bases of that in. I'll use a number 6 brush. I'll put a bit of twiddle on them. like that. So it's going to the distances. Because if you look at the sketch, I'll show you. I've got some poles there, look. These are them poles. So I'm trying to just put them in. I'm not happy with them hills in the background. They're a bit as though, you know, we forgot to do them. So I think we better just darken them a little bit on the shadow side. Get right down to there. Some on this one here. They look a bit more, how can I say, they're not so bland. These at the back, I don't want to bring them forward, not just a little bit. There's one here that wants bringing forward a bit. It's just this one here, but not too much. That's into that. I'll lose that one. It's a nice dark, that I like that. Right, I think that'll do it. We want to look at some just something to do with this foreground. It's a bit flat. Some greenery in there. So we've got this we've got grasses and all sorts in this foreground bit. I just want to bring this towards us a bit, you know. It wasn't close enough to us. Right, we need some shadows now, don't we? A shadow colour there, that's all right. Get some shadows down here, under that tree. Dappled light. Get shadow under this one here. The light will come across here, won't it? We'll get shadows on the inside of these rows as well. The light's from left, but we get a lovely shadow on that eaves of that farmhouse there, across there. There's some under this one, this overhang here, and this one. Top of the chimney pot will be in shade there. There's a chimney pot I've missed here, so I better put that in before I do anything else. Give me a chimney pot brush. Well, I let them out a chimney. The French will go mad. How are we going to light the fire? Sacre bleu! There, but I'll touch this one in a bit warmer as well. That's terracotta. I think this is slightly in front of them. Might get a shadow down here. There's a shadow on it. Slight shadow down here from this building. That's it. Lovely. Conifers will cast a shadow across here, won't they? That's not cast on the building. This will be in shade, this building at the end there. Slight bit under there. I've got to bring this forward a bit, it's not strong enough for me here. It hasn't got the wow factor, this front. I say it's rough ground, this is not lawn. Nice dark in that corner. Perhaps a shadow down this touch of this edge of this road, just here. Some shadows on these here. Put a bit of a bush in there, by there. There's no people about. I could put people in working on the grapes, but no, it's lunchtime. No people this today. You'll have a bird if you want. Can I have a bird? You'll have a bird. You've got to put a bird in, you can see that. This will balance that side, put it up here. That'll do. Wash them up in a minute. Well, that, folks, is Murs, M-U-R-S, Murs, and it's just below Orange and near Aix-en-Provence and round there, Montpellier. And it's a lovely spot, and I just had to paint it, and I think that the farmhouse sets it off, and I think if I close it down a bit with this little bit of mount, it might help you look a bit better. So there we are, folks. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed painting one of my sketches, and I'll see you on the next one. So until then, give us a like and a subscribe, because I like you to subscribe, and we'll get together again on lesson 90, whatever it is. Okay, bye bye folks, bye bye.